everything I learned after 4 years of weightlifting. So I started my fitness journey in March 2020 during lockdown. It's now May the 6th, 2024, so a little over 4 years. 4 years and a couple months. As you can tell by the pictures and videos on the screen, I used to be skinny and scrawny as hell, but that part of myself is now gone forever. I decided to make this video as I want to share with you guys everything I learned during my fitness journey of those 4 years. I made a lot of mistakes during those 4 years, but I also done some good things as well. This video will give you guys tons of information and tips about everything you need to know about starting your fitness journey, or who knows, maybe you already started your fitness journey already. But anyway, I don't want you guys repeating the same mistakes I made, hence why I made this video. So boom, let's get into it. So the first thing I learned is that building muscle is a very slow process. It takes a ton of amount of time. A lot of you guys are gonna have to accept that it takes months, maybe even a year to see decent results. You're not gonna see muscle gains after a few days or even a few weeks. This is gonna take a few months, like I said, even up to a year to see decent results. Remember, everybody's different, everybody's body responds differently, and everyone has different muscle building genetics. So you really have to be disciplined and patient. You don't want to get bummed out after a few sessions because, like I said, it's going to take some time, man. Now let's move on to bulking. Bulking has been a love-hate relationship for me. I've experienced the good and I've experienced the bad from bulking. I'm going to say this now. If you plan to bulk, do not go overkill with your calories. I repeat, do not go overkill with your calories. So there's one of the mistakes I made during my fitness journey, and as you can see by the pictures here, I started to get quite a bit of a belly and my face started to get round, and I just started to gain excess fat that I didn't want, fam. I think I went like over 1,000 calories over my maintenance, and boy, that is the stupidest thing you can do, fam. One of the dumbest things you can do. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, I was putting on size, but at the same time, a lot of that size was fat and a little of it was actually muscle. In the end, in order to fix this, I had to go on a small cut, which hindered a lot of my progress and just wasted a lot of time. So if you're planning to bulk, make sure to go on a slow, controlled, lean bulk and only up your calories to about 300 to 500 above your maintenance. That way you're only gaining about 0.5 pounds per week. A lean bulk will take longer than your traditional bulk, but in the end the results will be well worth it. You won't have to cut, you'll gain more muscle than you gain fat, and overall the results will just be a lot better. But listen, if your goal is just to put on as much size as possible in as little amount as time, then be my guest, go ahead and just do a traditional bulk. So another thing I learned during my 4-year fitness journey is to count your calories, fam. I can't stress this enough, especially if you're a beginner, you really need to count your calories, man. A lot of the time when I get DMs from people, they always say that they eat a ton of food but not putting on weight, because if that was the case, then fam, their weight would shoot up very quickly. A lot of the time they think that they're eating a lot, but in reality they're actually eating hardly anything. One app I'd highly recommend, and it's free, is MyFitnessPal. No, this video is not sponsored by MyFitnessPal, but if you guys want to sponsor me, then boy, give your boy a sponsor. But yeah, like I said, MyFitnessPal is one of the best apps you can use. It's free. All you have to do is sign up, put in your weight, put in your age, put in how active you are, and then you could just get started and start scanning your food. It's literally as simple as that. It'll tell you how much calories a serving of food has, how much protein it has, how much fat it has, how much carbs it has. It'll literally tell you every nutritional value in your phone. So if you're a beginner, make sure you track your food, man. It will come in handy and it'll be a lot easier instead of having to think how much food you actually ate. There's also a big one: meal prepping. Meal prepping your food will save you a shit ton amount of time, fam, during your fitness journey. Listen, I know a lot of us are busy during the week, a lot of us have work, a lot of us have studies, a lot of us have to take care of kids and children. You probably don't have time to keep constantly making food every single day, but just pick a day, maybe a Friday, maybe a Saturday, maybe a Sunday, and just spend a few hours of making a ton of food that you can put in containers. Trust me, like I said, if you meal prep your food, you'll save a ton of time, and you literally have food that all you need to do is warm up during the week, and you won't have to worry about cooking for a week or even 2, depends how much food you make. But yeah, just spend 2 to 3 hours in the kitchen making a ton of food, make a lot of bulk food, and trust me, like I said, in the end it will be well worth it. Alright, here's another thing: rest, recovery, sleeping. Well, it's basically the same thing: rest, recovery, sleeping. But yeah, very important. So about a year or 2 into my journey, I was training 6 days a week and only having 1 day to recover, and trust me, by the end of that week if you involve work, if you involve studies as well, by the end of that week, I was completely finished and just knackered. I think I was only sleeping like 5 or 6 hours, so I really wasn't getting the best out of my body. I really wasn't getting the best out of it. I don't know if this goes for everyone else in general or just me, but a lot of the time when I did have a rest day, I felt like just not resting. I felt like working out anyway. I thought that the more I worked out, the more I would grow, the more quicker I would get muscles, but trust me, it does not work like that at all. You really don't need to be in the gym 6 days a week. 4 to 5 times a week is completely fine and more than enough. Also sleep, man. Make sure you're getting at least 8 hours of sleep. If you get more than 8, even better. But like I said, sleep is highly essential when it comes to muscle building. You produce the most testosterone and do most of your recovery during sleep. So don't take sleep for granted, man. Make sure you work on that. Alright, here's another one. Workout plans and workout routines. A lot of beginners, including myself at one point, kept chopping and changing their workout plans and workout routines instead of just sticking with it for at least a few months. Think about it, if you just keep chopping and changing your workout plans, you're just gonna have no consistency in what you're doing at all. Just find a workout plan, a workout routine, and just stick with it. Stick with it for a few months, see how you do. If you don't like it in the end, then change it up. And if you feel like you're not progressing enough, then go ahead and change it up. But give it a few months before you just keep chopping and changing it up every single workout session. So there's a big one as well, and this one is supplementation. I can't lie, I was very guilty of this in the past. A lot of supplements I've tried, but listen, a lot of these supplements that you're seeing online, it literally does nothing and it's a complete waste of time. To be completely honest with you, if you want to take supplements, the only 2 supplements you really need is protein powder and creatine. Amino acids are not needed, pre-workout is not needed, all the other stuff is just not needed, man. Even protein powder to an extent. If you get enough protein already from just normal natural food sources, then you really don't need protein powder. But then again, protein powder does help sometimes. I'll say the most useful and the most research supplement though is definitely creatine. Creatine is definitely the best supplement you can use. So another thing I learned during my fitness journey is to stop comparing yourself to other people. Talked about this briefly at the start of the video, but let me expand on this more. So like I said, every single one of us are different. We come in different shapes and sizes, we all have different genetics, so we all respond differently to muscle growth. Some of us recover quicker than others, some of us build muscle quicker than others, some of us are naturally stronger than others. Like I said, we're all different, man, so you really can't compare yourself to other people. For example, I could be doing the exact same workout and going to the gym the exact same amount of times as someone else. I could even be eating the same food as someone, but listen, I may just respond better to the workout and I may put on muscle quicker at the end of those, let's say, few months. So you can't compare yourself to other people. We all progress at different rates, so you really just gotta focus on you and only you. And last but not least is to stay disciplined. I've said this tons of times in my past videos before and to even people that have DM'd me in the past. Once your motivation goes out the window, that's when your discipline comes in. How bad do you want it? Are you willing to go the extra mile for it? Think about it. There's only a certain amount of time you have motivation for. You're never gonna have motivation forever. Like cool, you can watch all those motivational videos and you may be pumped for an hour, maybe even a day, maybe even 2 days, but like I said, once again, that motivation is just gonna die out and disappear. I'm not gonna lie, going to the gym multiple times per week, constantly pushing yourself through tough and difficult workouts, watching your food, tracking your food, cooking food, it can all catch up with you mentally, man, and it's definitely not easy. But once again, that's when your self-discipline comes into play. How bad do you want it? Are you dedicated enough for your goals? That's what will separate you from other people. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of everything I learned during my 4 years of weightlifting.